Hello, welcome to Math 10. I just want to give you a quick overview of the things you're going to be studying in this course and the way it's going to be done. As you can see from the screen, your course coordinator and the lead professor is Nancy McGill. I will be assisting her. My name is James Kleiber, and we have three very fine and very able assistants in Christine Wiersma, Carolyn Reinhardt, and Eric Josh. This little presentation will be covered in three parts. The first part will be the homework, second part will be the quizzes, and the third part will be Math Lab. So first, let's just go over some of the items in the homework that you need to be aware of as the course progresses. Number one, each week there's what we call a pre-assessment. This is simply a way to give you an idea of what's coming up in that week. It does not affect your grade in any way, shape, or form. You do not get points for it, nor points will be deducted. However, I cannot recommend strongly enough that you at least attempt the pre-assessment. At the very minimum, go through the pre-assessment problem by problem to see what's coming during the week. Now, this is important because you cannot do any of the homework until you have at least gone through and submitted the pre-assessment. Once you've done that, then you can turn to the homework assignment. Now, you will be able to do each of the problems in the homework assignment as many times as you want. There are no limits. So if you miss it the first time, you can do it again and again and again until you get the problem correct. Therefore, there's no reason why you cannot get 100% each week on the homework. Now, over and above that, in order to move on to the quiz, which is done each week, you must get at least 80% on each of the weekly homework assignments. If you do not get the 80%, then the system will not allow you to take the quiz. So make sure you get the 80% before the quiz can begin. Now, the only exception to that is the first week. And the requirement there will be for you to watch this video, which you're watching, so you'll be able to take the first week's quiz with no problems. Now, if for some reason you don't complete the homework assignment before the assignment's due date, you can still work on the assignment and get credit. But be aware that there is a 10% penalty per day for all the problems done after the due date. So let's say there are 30 problems and you've done 25 of them. You will keep the score you get on those 25. However, for the next 5 problems, if you get all 5 of them right, there's still going to be a 10% penalty on just those 5. Now keep in mind, if you don't get the required 80% during the week that the homework is assigned, then you will not be able to take the quiz. Even if you get the 80% after the due date, you will not be able to take the quiz. You have to get to 80% before the quiz is due. And speaking of quizzes, let's go to the next item, which is quizzes. Now, as it says in number 2, there will be 12 quizzes, 3 course exams, and the final exam. And there will be a quiz or exam each Friday. And that does not include the final exam. It's very important that you understand the 3 lowest scores on the quizzes will be dropped. Now, this is important to know because if you cannot take a quiz, then of course you'll get a 0 on that quiz, but that could be one of the 3 that we drop. Again, I remind you, you must get at least 80% on the homework before you can take the quiz. Now, the good thing for you is the quizzes are take-home. That means you can do them on your own computer, on your own time, in your own dorm room. It's up to you. So once you get the 80% on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, when the quizzes are open, you can take the quizzes at any time. However, be aware, there is a time limit of 75 minutes, and once you start, you must finish. You cannot go back if you close out the quiz and pick up where you left off. MathLab will simply grade what you have, and unless there is a very good reason, none of the instructors will open up the quiz for you again. Now this number 5, which is mislabeled, sorry about that, there will be no makeup quizzes for any reason whatsoever. I cannot stress that enough. There will be no makeup quizzes at all. Whether it's a school activity, sports, agriculture, no reason. That's why one of the reasons why we're dropping the 3 lowest scores, so that you can miss a quiz or two and it won't hurt your grade. Good. Now, next we have 3 exams during the course. These will be taken at one of the university's testing centers. These centers and their operating hours are given in the syllabus, so make sure you look at them and know when and where they are. The exams must be taken either on a Friday or on a Monday, the subsequent Monday. They cannot be taken on Saturday or Sunday because the testing centers are closed. So anytime you like on Friday or anytime you like on Monday. If you miss a quiz, you can do a test makeup. However, the maximum you can get on a test makeup is 70%. In addition, you must get at least 50% on each of these 3 exams before you can take the final exam. Again, if you don't get the 50%, you can do a makeup test. Then we have the final exam. The final exam will be given during regular finals week at the time specified in the final exam schedule. Now you can go to the ISU website, go to Index, press on F, as in Foxtrot, and then one of the options will be Final Exam Schedule. Click there and you will see when the exam's going to be. Now, the next thing I want to cover is MathLab itself. When you first enter MathLab, you're going to see something very much like this. And the very first thing I want to show you is right here, the multimedia library. This is very often overlooked, but it is a wonderful source of help. As you can see, we have animations, videos, practice tests, a textbook, and more videos. So let's just say I select all of them, and let's say I want to do chapter 2, and for no particular reason, section 2.3. Find now. Then you will be given all the resources available. These include the textbook right here, animations. Well, what's an animation? Let's open up and find out.
Solving an equation, one variable
so there's a
using
problem.
the steps.
Now you can follow steps 1 through 5.
Z minus 4.
So you click there, and it tells you the first
Step
thing you
1,
have to do.
remove any parentheses.
Then you step 2.
Step
tells you
2,
the next thing you
combine
have
like
to do.
terms on
And
each.
then step 3, etc., etc.,
Step-
all the way through. It's a way of helping. You have videos here, and you have more specific videos over here. They're all there to help you. So don't forget that as a resource. Now, you'll want to do the homeworks and quizzes and such. Do that by clicking up here on Assignments. Click on Assignments, and the first week, as you can see, is ready to be viewed. There's your pre-assessment. Go to pre-assessment. You see I've already taken this, so I don't have to do it again. Homework. Click on Homework. There are all the problems. I missed this one here because I was messing around. But let's see what happens. Here's the problem. I do the problem, and I answer the answer in here. Notice down here, a palette comes up that allows you to enter various types of mathematical expressions. So let's say I want to put in a fraction. 1/11, comma, and 5. Check my answer. Oops, that's not right. Well, okay, I redo the problem and I think this is 6. I check my answer. Oops, still not right. Shucky darn. I do it again, and now I think it is 7. Ha. Let's check it. Final check. Nope, it is not right. Well, here's what I want you to see. Similar question. Whether you get this right or wrong, you will always have the option of doing a similar question. Now you missed this one, you click on similar question and you get the exact same kind of question and you get help. Now, speaking of help, notice up here in the right hand corner it says question help. Click on that. And here's the help you can get. You can view an example. It'll be the exact same kind of problem, but it'll take you through step by step. And then once you see the example, you can then go back and try the problem again. Animation, again, is like an example. Textbook will take you to the exact place in the textbook that explains how to do the problem. Then you have Ask My Instructor. Well, as you can see, what's going to happen is it's going to send this question to either Ms. McGill or myself. You type in here what you did, what's confusing you, and then you send it, and we will receive an email that says you need help, and of course we will give you all the help you need. And so, once you get 80% on the homework, you can then do the quiz. Well, I'm going to be sneaky and try the quiz anyway. No. You have to get 80%, as I told you before. And finally, review homework. Each week there's a review homework. It reviews pretty much everything that went before in the course. These are not required. They're not graded. So they will not either add or detract from your score. However, the more review you do, the better. So that's a quick and dirty on the Math 10 course. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll be happy to help you.